praise when they don't know what you have sacrificed. Those late nights when you wanted to quit. I'm talking to somebody. Those times when you were crying saying, I can't make it. You have a reason to celebrate. And let me tell you, with everybody trying to stop your shine, you cannot be stopped. And I'm going to quote the famous lines of the ubiquitous Sean P. Diddy Combs, can't stop, won't stop. Who am I talking?
Good night, good night, good night, good night, one, good night, all. How is everybody doing tonight? From your simmer face, then you know so it is officially showtime. Alright, glad to see everybody checking in right now. I feel so excited. Cause tonight is a night when, you know, me get for reason with my unstoppable family, my unstoppable army. Wanna know that guy already, cause I see when I start march out, you know, especially in all of the colors. Wanna make me feel sure. Big up to all of the regulars them who always are checking. Cool kid, me spot you, bless up. Alright then, and big up to Facebook. All of my people them they over there on Facebook too. Big up on yourself and welcome. And first and foremost, I want to say this. If you're new to this platform tonight, big up yourself, and guess what, me? If you're new, me no want you just sit back and relax and afraid for mix and mingle in the comment section. More want you mix and mingle. More want you chat. More want you talk up to everybody in the chat and build up a conversation surrounding tonight's topic. Alright, and keep the chat going. Cause you don't know, say that's how we do it, you know, we interactive. You understand? We want everybody participate in the conversation. Alright. Now also, if you're new, jump in the comment section and let us know that you are new so that the regulars can welcome you to the family. You understand? Cause we want everybody feel like a part of the family. I don't want nobody to feel left out at all. Alright, so just jump in the comment section and say I'm new. Alright, and regulars who don't know how we do it already, just big up the newbie them and welcome them and make them feel special. Alright, now before I proceed any further, you know me I go ask you know, in which I shouldn't have to ask you know, cause me ask you know all the while, but me I go ask you know nonetheless, cause somehow no mean with it. Me I be gonna share out the show. You understand? If you're there on Facebook, share it in some groups. In any group where you're in, just share it over there on Facebook and get some new people to jump on and join the conversation. Alright? And also, right, remember now when you share on Facebook, you know, Facebook have the feature where you can see say you not actually share. So nobody say I shared and you know you not share. Cause if you share, it'll go say right on your name, it'll go say sharer. Alright, it's like how Kizzy Unstoppable name of sharer on it. Alright, that means a Kizzy share. Alright, so big up to Kizzy for that share there. YouTube, here we go on. You can share too, you know. So what I want to do is more to just click the share button, send it to a WhatsApp contact. If every single person that is here right now decides say, here we are going to click the share button and we are going to send it to one WhatsApp contact. You know how good that we do? That will do good. Just invite them over and tell them to come join this conversation tonight. Remember, click the like button. Let's get at least 30 likes on YouTube. Come on, we need to reach it. If you not click the like button yet, click it right now so we can jump into the conversation, because tonight's conversation is a very interesting one. A seriously interesting one. Alright, so you Facebook, I do the sharing thing there. Big up to Facebook. Hey, me love you know. Me love you see. Cause I want to share out the stream and I appreciate that. So big up to everybody over there on Facebook where I play on a part and share out the stream. Now guess what, go on? I'm going to jump right into the show. There is a general here tonight who wants to share his experience. And before me jump in to even talking about the general, I'm going to tell you straight up. Anytime a man reach out and want to share, you know, me always have to, you know, say big up to all of the man them. Cause you know man very rarely share them experience. Man tend to keep things inside and not talk. You know, so anytime a man is willing to reach out and say unstoppable, I want to share, me always have to say hats off to you, my brother. You know, big up yourself every single time, because that inspires more men to want to open up and share their situation as well. All right, so big up to every man who has ever shared, you know, their experience on this platform. All right, now this general was inspired to share his experience based on Monday night's show, right? He heard the young man's story. He heard what the young man went through in his ordeal, and him reach out and him say, unstoppable, I have a similar story, you know, and his story motivated me to want to share mine. You understand? I'm going to say, when I listen to him, I say, all right, my general, let's get into it. So tonight we have the boss man here to share his experience, and I'm gonna tell you what the topic is right away. All wanna see it. But tonight's topic, it says, the first time I held a gun, I was only 13, but God saved my life during a police shootout. No, boy, I wonder where this is going tonight. We are gonna listen and we are gonna find out. All right, we are gonna listen and we are gonna find out. I want to share out the stream so more people can forward and come here while go on tonight. If you don't share it yet, share right now. Princess Share, thank you so much for the share. Alright, then Lady B, thank you so much for the share. I can see all who share on Facebook. So big up to everybody who shared. If you're not share yet, share right now so I can see the big share mark on your name. Alright. Now, I'm going to introduce the guest to tonight's program. But before I do that, remember how we do things on this platform. We don't do disrespect. We not tolerate disrespect of any kind. If you are here and you feel like you want to be disrespectful in my comment section, just know that you will be blocked by either myself or one of my moderators, whether on Facebook or YouTube. You will be blocked. All right? Now, remember now, you are free to share your opinion. You're free to mix and mingle in the comment section and talk. As long as you keep it respectful, then everything good. With that said, let me introduce the boss to the program right now. My general, how go on?
Well, me there I know Mr. Unstoppable.
Alright, my brother. People not hear the guest loud and clear. Let me find out if they might hear you loud and clear first before me give you the show. Everybody
Yeah, me
hear
there I
the
know. I just go on, you know.
Alright, hold on them. I'm gonna make sure say them hear you clear. Cause I want to make sure say them not miss nothing tonight. Una hear the guest loud and clear, everybody.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Una make me know if una. Alright then, Pretty Chin, thank you so much. Pretty Chin say yes. Alright, my boss. You reach out and you say you have an experience where you want to share with me. And the reason why you say you want to share this experience is because, one, you heard the brother share his Monday night, and two, you want to reach other young men out there who may be going down the same road where you escape, right?
Yeah, that is so true. So true.
All right. So what me I gonna do right now, my boss? I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to turn over the show to you. Your show. The only time I'm going to interrupt you is when somebody asks a question in the comments, or if I have a question to ask. Other than that, your show, my boss. Go right ahead. Tell me how it start from the beginning.
Well, before me start, you know, I just want to say good evening to all of those that are listening to a young man like me right now, because right now, Mr. Unstoppable, me and make the whole world know say it could be anybody at all, you know. We end up in a crime and violence and cannot come out of this situation unless you have Father God by your side, because I was once there. Yes. I was only 13 years of age when I myself actually began to start hold the gun. And while holding the gun, that were next to me and still next to me, same way, was working a backbone off if make the whole of it as youth got good school, you know. And based on what was going on in my life at that time could have made me lose my life or it made me end up behind bars, which I would want to see no other parents' children reach this. So you understand? So when me I try to make the whole world know tonight say badness up here. Badness up here. Because it was one Friday evening or Saturday evening I think when I was on a wall sitting down with my friends and all of us were bad man at that time. And while sitting down there on that wall that Friday evening, me was sitting there so no, we could have dead and gone. Did have a gun in my waist, right? And at that a point in time, when me and my brethren them sit down on the corner, the whole of we are reason with one another. Say, me then know say police could have just broke road from we so, right? But however and nevertheless, them just appear up from out of nowhere. And while I was sitting there on the wall, the police that appear from out of nowhere collided from the vehicle that evening, and their guns were begun to fire. Them start to fire shot after everybody. And trust me, people, the way how me did so frightened, me never know what to do. But all I could do is just make myself go over the wall, make my way over the wall with the gun in my waist. And when me reach over the wall, me pop off and me could only be able to fire one shot out of the gun.
All right, wait a minute.
Right?
Let me ask you this first. For all who don't know, because I basically get the earliest part of the gist, right? But,
Yeah.
so them know, at what age were you when this a go on?
I was only 13 of age, 13 plus when I should be at school learning. But at a point in time in my life when I was in badness, I was also going through a stage of drama, with the whole school thing. I couldn't read nor write at that time and it stressed me out so much. I said to myself, say, say it don't make sense. My bother finish up my schooling and think it better me just going a bad this and done. And it's because I was being influenced by who I was around at that time because there was no one to say no, don't do this or do that. You understand my people? So while being a bad man, there's a lot of things that I witnessed into that community. You understand? I could remember I could remember when
All right, you know what's up already. My reconnect. So big up to everybody who there while my reconnect. If you're not share yet, share out this stream right now because it's a very interesting topic tonight, and everybody needs to hear what this young man has to share. So while I think him come back, you hear me now, my brother?
yes, I'm here.
All right,
Yeah.
good. All right, so people bear with him connection, him internet connection acting up a bit. So when you hear him cut out, we will just make him know. Say if you're not here, we just repeat that part there. All right. Now you say you experience a whole lot of things. Start with.
Yes. Yes. As I was saying that being being a young man I mean, like at the age of 13 plus, yeah, because she is both my mother, father, and friend. You know, so she try to do every little thing, you know, to make me as a young man come from out of bodies, but me just decide myself, say me I go continue to bad. You know, because I just want people them to understand what crime and violence can lead people into worse. When when people were wall gun before you to say the person cannot read nor write. You understand? Because these person would just say you is a stupid. You understand, in the community. You understand? I will try to use you to do their dirty works. You know, so I was actually going through those turmoil. So back over to the police drama thing now. While the shootout was going on, as I said to you guys, that I could only be able to fire one single bullet out of that gun, right? And when I fired that bullet, I began to start to get nervous because I was hearing all kind of different gun from different angles, shots being fired, people being running up and down in the community, people get shot up and all sorts. And the only thing I could hear in my voice was the mercy of God speaking to me. And that voice had said to me that I must take through the back fence. And I said to myself, I don't see where there is a back fence, and it's like the Holy Spirit just lead me away from all that chaos. And when I reached out on the main road, I realized that all my friends were left behind and I was alone on that main road. And I never enter back road to that community until I know when the ghost is clear. Because the police then that I know that were working as a police officer at that time, my people, was very deadly, because when them a go kill a person, them not give a foot shot, not a belly shot, or just straight head shot. Them a give you straight head shot because them want to be dead. And even if you get a foot shot or a belly shot and you let them, would rather know, say them drive up the vehicle up and down on the road with a lay down night, you bleed out until you're dead. You understand? So them things there, me as a little young youth see happen in my community with my own two eyes. So that's why I am urging all parents tonight and this radio station to please look out for your children, because my mother was looking out for me, but I did not want to listen to what she had to say. And there was a reason for that, because everybody been doubting me, saying that I am not gonna be nothing in life. I am never gonna learn how to read and write, and it has sent me into a state. At a point in time in my life, I could remember when I was actually losing my mind, like getting literally mad, and it send me to a mental stage at that time. And I have to just left from out of the community all and completely. And by just saying this and saying that, after leaving out of the community, my mother never beheld me with her two eyesight again. But she were still considerate about me, because she don't know where I went to and what I was actually doing with my life at that time. But from a shootout to be sleeping on the street in New Kingston has really wrecked my life completely. And there is something else I really want to say to all the mothers out there tonight that is listening to me right now. Trust me, parents, let me tell you something. It is a blessing to have children, right? A blessing to have children. But when you are poor and don't have the resource to make your children become someone in life, please don't be ignorant with them. Just try and cope with life because material things is not hard because my mother is not a rich person, but she try to do her best to make things work where we as our children is concerned. But let me just speak a little about the living on the street. Living on the street for almost quite some time, long period of time now. Make me literally become insane. Me never know myself, me never know who me is, what I was doing to myself at that time.
Before you jump to this, so let me ask you another question. Um, During the shootout between you and the police, right?
Yeah.
You escape. You never get shot or nothing, right?
No, no, and it's
What?
as I already tell the listeners that God was on my side because I want them to know that God is still in control,
Right. But the question which
right?
I
So
have for you is, you escape. But what did you do with the gun when you either run from the police? Whatever happened to the gun? It might reconnect people. Let's wait until you come back.
in the yard,
All right.
and fled away.
Wait. Say that again. You did a
I
reconnect.
I threw away the gun in the yard and fled away. I left the gun, but the owner for the gun did find the gun afterwards.
Mm.
Because at a point in time I did come back in the community because my mother was really concerned about me and by me living in and New Kingston Street my life story did not end there because I pounced upon many sexual predator that would want to do things with me. And these people were notorious killers. Those people that you see are sexual predator were notorious killers, right? And just because I have faith and believe that my God will protect me along the way, I did not get caught up in any of that act. But I can understand what people is saying about sexual predators because there's a lot of sexual predators out there and these parents have to start to look out for their children because when them see them coming from school I cry they don't know what is going on in the back of their mind. They just began to start to lick and lick and lick and don't ask question because there must be something that happened to them at school or on the street while they're coming inside from school crying. So it's good to ask question because I have seen where many young boys and young women as literally become lesbians and gays on the street and it's true because them parents put them out because of one misunderstood and understood, right? And I and them used to reason on the corner. The all of us sit down and the bank step there. I don't remember the name of the bank now. But there is a bank in New Kingston where we and them as group of young people used to hang out at night, and we have conversation that is very much interested. We always been saying what we want to become in life, and how they want to get out of the situation, because um I want the listeners to understand this. You see, when a young miss has just been entered into lesbianism, there are people that have literal sex with women, walk with gun as well too, and it is hard for people like those to get out of that situation, because you have to know what you are doing or saying, because if you try to make a move, they are gonna send man off of you. And when them send the man them off of you, and when the man them find you, them not spare your life, them a kill you, because they have to do dirty work to make that person get where them supposed to get. So you can just actually call that human sex trafficking, because I've seen a lot of it happen on the streets with young people. And you see Mr. Unstoppable.
Someone in the comments is
Hello?
asking. Someone in the comments is asking. When you did live with your mother, you did mention that your mother was a caring mother and she did try her best with you. You know, and she still is. You mentioned that, but someone in the comment section is
Yeah.
asking if it was that you did just really unruly, why you did choose to do those things at that age and never listen to your mother.
Well, well, at that time, which I am gonna be honest with all the listeners know. Yes, every children will be unruly. So I was unruly at that time, and it's because of the problem that I was having at school with other people, and things that were bothering me, because I did want to learn to read and write just like everybody else. So that actually become a stress on me now, where I did have to drop out of school. So is not that said I was, yes, literally unruly to my mother. No, but it is the other way around. There are things that will let people become unruly,
Mm.
right? There is a difference between unruly and unruly, right? There's a difference. And it means that when a person just don't have no manners at all, and they will back answer their mother. But I never did really back answer my mother at that time. But I was an unruly, based on of what I went through back in school and at the home, because I also get a lot of beaten, right? A lot of beaten, and some of it is uncalled for. You understand? But my mother used to stand up where that is concerned, because sometimes um step tends to abuse the child when the child is not their one, when the child is not actually their one. And when the step don't actually give the child a chance to have that respect for him, then what you think is gonna become of that child is gonna become mentally disturbed, and would want to go out of the way to do things to make their parents stress about the matter. So there is different situation, right? There's a lot of different situations coming from this angle, because my life story is one story I would not want anybody to hear and let their child go through it, because I know for a fact that some parents would not let a man abuse their child, just keep on abusing their child, whether if it's his or not his ones. No parents would not allow that. They would not stand there with their hands full behind them, watching a stepfather abusing their child for nothing. Because when I was young, I was literally being fatigued, and even if my mom could not understand what was really going on where that situation is concerned, because some stepfather just tends to abuse children for no reason.
We are at the 30-minute
And
mark, my brother. We're at the 30-minute mark right now. I'm going to give you a little quick water break so you can take a sip of water, and then we get right back while I pay the credits for a few seconds, all right?
okay,
All right. So, Unstoppable family, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Tonight's topic is a very interesting one, and the brother is sharing his situation at the same time, trying to wise up some people out there to, whether it be parents or persons who may be going down the journey that he already went down. All right. But if you're new here, jump in the comment section and say that you're new so that the regulars can welcome you. All right. And, you can feel like a part of the program. Don't just sit back and just listen. Participate in the comment section and mix and mingle. All right, I want to say thank you to everybody who has shared out the show so far. Big up to everybody over there on Facebook that has shared it to a group. It is appreciated. I can see Facebook numbers keep going up. YouTube, thanks to everybody that has hit the like button and shared. Appreciate it as well. Thanks to everybody who has contributed to the program so far. I want to say thank you to Sherry and Sanders for sending in a PayPal contribution. Simone, thank you so much for your PayPal contribution. And Kerry and Chin, thank you so much for your PayPal contribution. It is appreciated. All right. So bless up once again to everybody who has participated and contributed to the program, whichever way you have so far, whether it's through monetary or just simply hitting the like button or sharing. Thank you so much. It goes a far way. All right, my brother, back to you. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
All right. So you run out of the community after the shootout with the police because you get scared for your life.
Yes, that's
you
true.
you went to New Kingston. You was living in the New Kingston area upon the street, right?
Yes,
Now, while
yeah,
you
yeah.
were there, you said you encountered a lot of other street youths who was going through a lot of things and on to share stories together about what them I got through and what you went through, and you say a lot of predators and stuff was there, targeting the youth them on the street and stuff like that. Now, tell me, how long were you on the street for before you went back home?
Well, you could have to just say back in those days when I was on the street, 1 year, 1 year. I was actually living on the street for 1 year.
And how were you fending for
No.
yourself? How were you finding food? What were you doing?
Well, at a point in time in my life, I would have to be washing many car glass window. And sometime during the days, the work that we do as young people were very much active, and sometimes things not so active for those work. But I am telling you that I could fend for myself when I was on the street. And while being on the street, it has helped me to learn a lot of things in life, and that's why I can understand when I see someone else is going through struggles, and they come out on the radio station to express their feelings to the public and to let other people know that it's not good for parents whether to left up their children with anyone, or just left them careless at the home for any stepfather to fatigue them, because as I said to the listeners that my life was literally being fatigued by many things. It was being fatigued by the world shootout that went on in that community. It was also fatigued by the learning disability. It was also fatigued by what I saw happening on the street, because nobody knows see people where take drugs and actually want to commit suicide in night, like oh me see it on the streets of New Kingston. Because when people lay down in a them bed comfortable asleep, I show them with the life, what is going on out there in the street at night. It's true, because I said them don't know, but they are comfortable lying down in their bed, sleeping when they are 2 to 3, 4 um um youths like my age out there walking up and down on the street, don't have a shelter over their head, nothing to shelter them, no food to eat, no clothes to wear, no proper bathroom to bathe in and such forth, because at that point in time we have to use the gas station facility. We have to use those things, right? And when the gas station them lock up, there is nothing that we can do. You understand, to get access to the facilities, right? So we'd have to wait until the next morning, and most of the nights when I'm on the street, I have to sleep with one of my eyes them open up, because me no know when a madman a go come drop a rock stone in my head, because that's how innocent people lose their life when they are homeless and on the street. That's how people end up dead. A man just come see them and drop a big stone in them head while them sleeping. You understand? So I'm telling the listeners that the struggle is real, because you might be in your home comfortable sleeping, but out there so on the street we are thousands, literally thousands of young people that are homeless and living in and is going through a lot of turmoil, and that's why I don't really want any parents' children to end up there. So which I don't want to blame nothing on my mother, because she was there for me, but it seems like part of me were being missing, and that part has something to do with my dreams. So that means I and my dreams were totally being crushed at that time, and it wasn't no one fault. It's just that when I was an infant, as my mother said, that I would have to go through a major operation, and that operation was matter of life and death situation. And praise be to God, the doctors that done that operation and they were successful, because they said to my mother that I have a chance to live and a chance to gain something in life. And it is when I was at 25 years old, I began to start learning how to read and write. And it's true, because I was fathering up the church, and I'm still fathering up the church. Same way, praise be to God for Seventh Day Adventist Church. Even though I don't gain $1 million from them, but trust me, they have some good in them, because they have literally grew me in the person that I was never was when I was young. So actually, in my age now, I am 36 of age now, and I actually can enjoy what freedom is like, what freedom is all about. I see accounts or to further other people education to let them know that they can become something in life. It doesn't matter where you're coming from, what kind of struggle you have faced in your lifetime, you can become something. Don't let no one that is bearing you down with negative thoughts tell you that you cannot make it in life, because we all as one Jamaican people has a part to play in this society.
Good speech, my brother. Good speech. Appreciate that. Tell me, what 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 made you change and decide, me I go change my life? You were on the street in New Kingston. You say you spent about a year there, and then you went back home. What changed your life? What caused you to say, you know what, I'm going to take a different path?
Well, at that time, when I finding myself that I'm coming from out of that situation, my aunt that is now at abroad, she's living abroad now with her husband. She has opened up a church, and that in St. Anne's, and that church is a revival church. And when I left from City Kingston for good, I came down here in the country to live, because that's where my mother is also living as well, in the country area here. And I began to start living with my mother, because I could not get the chance to go around my mother at that time when I was in Kingston. So I have to be up and down from back to forth from people, yeah, just sleeping from here to there, losing everything that I was have, like my clothes, my shoes. At a point in time in my life, me never have no upon my body but one suit of clothes left. But leaving from out of that situation and coming down into the country here now, I realize that my aunt have a church here running. So that's where I start from. I start from the revival church. But at that point when I was going to the revival church, I still could read nor write at that time. I was barely reciting something, but I wasn't brilliant in it, like oh, some people brilliant in them academics. No, but I could barely recite something, but me still could demonstrate and the Bible scriptures. So one night while sleeping, I got a vision from the Lord, and I want for those that are Christian who are listening to me now, and even the unsafe people them that are listening to me now, to just take this testimony as an example for themselves, to know that God is literally real. And just like oh, he pulled me from out of this struggle, he can take anyone from out of this situation, because my surgery wasn't an easy one. It was not even. So anyways, um by going to the church and going to the church, I realized that the Lord has a calling on my life. So what I do is just decide to give myself over unto Christ. And just by accepting Christ, my vocabulary has begun to start open up more and more, and thing like that. But one day I was at the church, because even though me I go to church now and thing like that, I was still facing the ordeal with people in the church, because you have people who got through situation in church, right? So I sat down in the church one day, and the Holy Spirit just said to me that Brother Thompson, I'm gonna take you from out of this church and let you go somewhere else, because I want to excel in your academics, because you have suffered too much, and you don't, as a child back then, you never deserve to be in that position, and you still don't deserve to be in this position that you are in now. So what I'm gonna do is move you from this church to put you somewhere else. And trust me, by going to the Adventist church as pay off, it has literally pay off because I am proud of myself now to know that I can learn to read, actually learn to read and write. I can even write a book. And right now I'm writing a book, but I'm kind of eased off of it because I have to get different ideas about that book. So me kind of put it down for a while, but I'm still in the mode of writing same way because someday I want my book to encourage people because my book is all about struggles, what people has went through in their past or even in the present time, and how God can pull them out of their separation because God is real. And I want the parents again to know this, that that child is a blessing. And please guys, when you do get your child, please to make sure that you look out for that child because sometimes that child can be going through some turmoil at school and you don't know. And because you've been having problem at your workplace, you take it out and the child, when the child is trying to come and talk to you, right? Because my mother wasn't like that because I could be able to sit down and talk to my mother, but my step was a total is gonna hit you for you to feel it. And that's why I am urging all parents to please look out for your children. Know what they are going through. Who is around them. What kind of activities they are learning, whether if it's at school or on online virtually. Please to look out for that because we are living into a crazy world now, and the world is about to capsize on us. Stay with me right now because, as I said to the listeners before, I never get the chance to get to come around because I did have some blockage in my way, and my step was my blockage because it seems like he never the one if you have no farmer, mother and son relationship, you know, and he's not around now. He has died, and passed off. So this is the best days of my life I am living now. I have the chance to get to be around my mother, and she's here with me right now. She's listening to what I'm saying,
Can I speak to your mother for a
and she
second? If she's
yes,
willing?
yes, you can.
Just real quick, sir.
Oh, bless the name of Jesus. How you doing?
I
And
am
thank you very much for your interview.
I am great. Thank you so much for speaking with me. I just want to ask you
Yes,
a question, mommy. With
yes.
everything that your son went through in his life, 'cause he out of
Mhm.
his own mouth he said that he was unruly. And
Yes, he was.
we know as parents, it's hard sometimes for deal with an unruly child. But with everything
Mhm.
that he used to do, holding the gun, having shootout with police, tell us a little bit about
Mhm.
how that made you feel
Okay.
back in those times.
Well, back in those days, when he was holding the gun, I've never seen him with a gun, but I was told. I was told by my friends and church brothers and church sister that he's in the group, the men with the guns, but I've never lucky to see him with any. But as I say, living in that community and as the man that I married was not their father. And I had 5 children that don't belong to him. And out of all the 5, it seems as if he did not like Richard for a reason I don't know. But I'm a mother like this. I always stand up on my foot for mainly Richard because I found out that he is not a lover of him. And based on the fact that 5 of the kids was not his. I had to work because their father was not supporting them. And I did not decide to take him to court. I said I will have to work off my back to support them and send them to school. They all went to high school, but Richard did not went to high school because of the operation he took when he was 4 months old. And so I realizes that he did not fond of him. And when I asked him question, why you don't like him? He said to me that I'm an idiot. I said, but no, even if he is, God created him. And if God didn't want him to die, he would die under the operation. So you're not supposed to don't like him and saying that he is an idiot because God made him. And if he's an idiot, God made him so. So I always stand up for Richard. Right? I always stand up for him. And when, hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, I always stand up for him. And while we were living in that community and that shootout happened, I was at work and I was told by my friends and church people that time he ran away, he left. I did not know where to find him, search for him, but I just could not find him. And while I was working at a particular community, I was suggesting it to a co-worker of mine. And one day I went to leave work and went home. And when I went home, I was told by the same stepfather that he came there. And I said to him, how him look? He said to me, Mom, him clean and him look good. I didn't know where he is. And then one day now, while I was leaving to work, he came and I spoke with him and he said to me that he met a lady somewhere in the crossroad area and she took him to a place and he was living there. But there were some other people there like children his age and so forth, because you would call it a home. And I don't know, they could not get along and he had to leave again and went to another area and somebody take him in. Then one day now I was at home ready to go to work and he came. When he came, he had no shoes on his feet. And I go back in the house, I take out a pair of shoes and give him. And I said to him, listen, I cannot sleep. It's stressing me out. You're supposed to be around me. What I'm asking you to do, go and seek out for your father and see if he could give you lodging at his home. He went to his father taking him, but not caring. He's a drunkard and not sometimes he don't want to provide food and so forth. He take him in and have him there. Then he met a lady and the lady started to send him to this school was on Dunrabin Avenue and that school was based up on the Jamal regime, but some part of it was art, and that's where he started from. When he left, he just could barely sign his name, and then I don't know what happened between he and his father, and he went to live in Barbican. Went to live in Barbican and met his girlfriend. After leaving Barbican, they came to St. Anne. And he and his girlfriend came to St. Anne because her grandparents is from St. Anne, and they came to live there. At that time, my sister, she lives in America now, she started a church. That church came up with the revival regime, and they started the church. And when they started the church, he started to come to the church, and that's where he got saved. Got saved, living with his girlfriend. Then Chicken Gunya came in now, and they took the girlfriend life away. Wow. He was very ill, admitted in the hospital as well. And I visited him in the hospital. When he got discharged, I take him home and he's here with me until now. And that is from 2014. He's back with me until now.
Wow.
And I'm so happy. I'm happy that
Mom, one thing I can
well,
say.
I did not glad for the chikungunya. But maybe if it wasn't for the chikungunya, then we wouldn't be living back together. He always visited me before the death of his girlfriend, but not to live in. But since the girlfriend, because unfortunately they was married the January and she died the 22nd of December 2014. Right? So we are living together as a mother and son.
Mommy, your son had a rough life.
Oh, very.
He had
very
a rough life. Listen, the way you give it to me a while ago in a short, nice little bottled package, Mommy, we hear his life was horrible.
Yeah, very. Very. He was very rude, very, very rude. But that did not give anyone right to. And when all of the abuse go on, it go on behind my back. It always happen when I gone to work. Right? Because that man, I'm telling you, Mr. Unstoppable could not run around me. So most of it happened while I gone to work.
Well, one thing I can say to you is, listening to your son, he does not blame you for what happened.
No.
Listening to him speak, he does not blame you for what happened.
Because he had never been blaming me from day one until now, because he realized that I tried. Because when I left their father's house in 1990, I left the 25th of March 1990. I run with all 5. I did not know where I was going. And I run with all 5 of them. And when I reach into that community where I ended up with them, that night it was about 12:30 in the night. I don't know where I was going, but I said, this is it. And I take all 5. Right? I don't know. I have a son by the name of DJ Venomous. That's the young man that do the one drop with QQ. That's my son. He was the baby at that time when I run with all 5. I did not leave one behind.
Mommy,
it did. You know, sometimes tears come to my eye because Richard had gone through a whole lot. And I'm so glad that he did not die that day, even though I did not know what he was doing. Because it never dawned on me to know, because I go them in church. Every Sunday, we all went to church. But you know, as he said, things was happening that driving, you know, to do things out of the will of God. But you know, the Lord has saved his life for something. You know, he always tell me that, Mommy, I want to be a counselor. And I am so happy because he advanced so much. He's an asset to the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And I would love for someone, if they could offer him a course, right? Just for him to come up to be a counselor.
God spared him for a reason, Mommy. God spared him for a reason. He went through it all and he's still there. And I must commend you as well for not giving up on him, because, you know, with everything that him put you through with being rude and all of that, you could have given up, but you decided to say, nah, give up on him, and I commend you.
I always look for him, even when he on the street, and when I was told that that lady picked him up when his birthday come up, buy radio, care for him, buy birthday cake and care for him. I love him until now, even though it was rude, but I love him,
Hmm.
right? Because he never really rude to me, No,
Mm-hmm.
don't rude to me. But sometimes children are going through things and it blow out of proportion. But if I tell you that is a child we used to back answer, no, him doing thing him a beat around the bush. Because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know until when it happened. Then I was told by church friends and church sister and church brothers.
Hmm.
Because even when he was smoking, I didn't know. I was told by them,
Hmm.
you
Well, that
know.
well, one thing that
But
says that he respected you, cause him never make you find out the things that he was doing. So
no,
that means him did
never,
have respect for you.
never,
Hmm.
never.
All right, mommy.
I
Thank
did
you
not.
so much for joining me on the conversation tonight. I appreciate it. All
Yes,
right.
yes, yes, sir. Thanks very much.
All right, mom.
And thank you for your patience and thank the viewers and so forth.
I appreciate you speaking with me. Have a good
Ye-
night.
Yes.
Unstoppable family, listen. Tonight's story is a touching one. I know it touched a whole lot of people tonight. I'm looking at the comments and I can see the reactions, from everyone tonight who is feeling this one. My brother,
Yes, yes.
what is
I'm
the
listening.
what is the final word before I even allow you to say that? Viewers, if anyone wants to call in and say a few words to tonight's guest or his mother, feel free to call in right now. The phone number is 876-420-3368. Via WhatsApp, the phone line is open. But in the meantime, my brother, let me ask you, what is the final word that you want to say right now to somebody who may need to hear something from you? Go ahead.
Well, my final word that I want to give to all of those that are out there as parents that has their children to know that is not every child that you see is unruly, is bad. It's just because they had an influencer around them and that the child must not be let out of your sight or you let your eyes keep off of that child. So what I'm basically saying to the parents that you must stand up as a mother. Stand up as a mother for your child. Or the father must stand up for their child.
Hmm.
Because they might never know what could happen for you in the longer run when that child get big, because that child could be a feather in your cap. So please parents, please to just do as you are to do as a mother and a father to make your child become a better person in this world.
All right, my brother. Big up yourself. I have a caller on the line. Caller, good night. You're live.
Yeah, good night, good night, good night. The gear.
Gary, what going, my
All
brother?
right. Yeah. Good night, everybody. Good night, for the call and so on. I just want to put just a little short word. My brother, you go through a lot and respect. You stand strong God stand strong with you and you believe and trust God and Him open the door. Your mother, I give her a salute. I thumbs up to her a million. She's a warrior. And as she
Yes,
said,
she
she
is.
moved with her 5 kids, the five of you guys, the night. When you hear a mother tell her up to the date, say
Mm-hmm.
that's a mother who is a warrior where say, yeah, this is what she want to their kids and nothing gonna stop her.
Mm-hmm.
And she pray, you can know so she was praying for you, my brother. And God
Yes, yes.
pulled things through and I thank God for the Seventh Day Adventist Church will stand up and help you through. You know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
the second night, I hear about the Seventh Day Adventists, you know what I mean? But regardless of what, but I just want to tell you, man, just keep on pressing because God is real, man. He's real, especially in a time like this. I'm telling you,
Yes,
nothing is
sir.
impossible for you, man. Trust me. You use a living testimony to so much. God, tonight, I know you touch a lot of people's heart tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and your mother, just how as Unstoppable said a while ago, just to how your mother give out the little it could have been longer now, but the way
She put it in a nice
she talk
package.
about it and put it in a nice package.
Mm-hmm.
Me tell you something, Virgin, everybody just grasp it and hold on to it and just say, yeah. Cause if you notice in the comment side, I write, say, this is a warrior mother. You know what I mean? So I just want to say salute to you guys and Virgin, don't left your mother side. Don't left her side. You can see
No,
your mother
I
love you
won't.
and me know say you love your mother. You know what I mean? And my condolences to your girlfriend that passed. And God will provide for
Yes,
you. You
sir.
just keep on, keep on pressing, all right? One love and take care. And
All right.
Sapo, reach out to you.
Yes,
Blessings, my
thank
brother.
you.
All right, Gary. Big up yourself. All right, my brother.
Yeah,
So we have
yeah.
come to the end of the program, and listen, you have shared a powerful testimony with us tonight. You know, and I'm quite sure, as Gary said, you know, your experience connected with somebody tonight. We may not know who we know, but your experience connected with somebody tonight who needed to hear, you know, what you went through. All right, my brother. So I appreciate you reaching out and wanting to share with us tonight. You know, so we will talk again. You know, we'll keep the communication line open and we'll talk again soon. All right. Thanks again for sharing.
Yeah. I will go wait in heaven. Thank you very much. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
All right, my brother. Good night.
Right, blessings.
Unstoppable family, like I said, this is a powerful one tonight. You know, Monday night's program was a powerful one. Tonight's program is a powerful one. Boy, may I tell you, you know, we're getting some powerful shows lately, and it's so great that we had two men back to back. Monday night was a man, tonight is a man, and like I said, you know, we've seen where men very hardly, you know, talk about their issues. So when you see the man them talk out, we have to commend them. You understand? So big up to the guest tonight who shared his situation with us. All right. Lady B, you're calling kind of late after the caller gone, but talk away.
Oh, the caller gone. Okay, good night. I think they're still listening. I want to say this story really, really touched me. I appreciate this story because the way he tells the story, he tell it the whole version like, you know, in a negative way, but the way the mama come and sum up everything, it had tears to my eyes.
Hmm.
I really want to say thank you, mom, for standing up for your child. And as the guy said, parents, mothers, and fathers too, just advocate for your kids. There's so much that's going on, even now, like what's going on in schools, everything. If something is, ask your kid when they come home, how was your day? Is
Mm-hmm.
everything okay? Just try talk to them because that's how we can actually find out what's going on. So hats off to the mom for standing up for the child, and I know God was in the midst of that. He eventually had them getting back together, and I understand and I realize that the mom is victorious, and that's why she tell the story so happy. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to say hats off to that family. You know, continue to support each other, and we as people, we just continue to keep everybody else in prayer. That's pretty much it.
All right, Dr. Mia. Mr. Dr. Mia. All right, Lady B, thank you so much for
Okay.
calling in. I appreciate that. All right.
Okay.
Good night. All right, so that right there is Lady B Unstoppable. Only can follow her, subscribe to her on YouTube. It's Lady B Unstoppable right there. Unstoppable family, we are at the end of the program. All right. Before I leave, I want to remind you about the 30-day challenge that we have going on. All right, where it's me, Kissy, Unstoppable, Dr. Mia, and Lady B. We're going at it. We're running a 30-day challenge where we're doing no rice, no red meat, no sugar, no flour, or anything of that sort. And we have been going so good. Missy Kizzy jumped in at the comment section a while ago and said she's on day 16, and so far she has lost 8 pounds. Me not tell nobody how much me lose yet, but yeah. We're going at it hard. And as Kizzy said, if anybody wants to join us in on this challenge, you can join us. All right. You can just start participating in it. You know, if you have a channel like us, but you know, you can participate and just do what we're doing. We're doing workouts every single day. All right. Exercise, daily exercise. And we're cutting out a few things like rice, flour, sugar for 30 days. All right. So you can join in with me and, you know, come along for the journey. All right. I want to say this again to everybody who's here. If you have an experience that you want to share, this is the platform that you can share it without being judged, without being ridiculed, without anybody have a negative to say about your situation. So if you have an experience that you want to share or a story that you want to share, it could have been something that happened 20 years ago and you want to talk about it and share, this is the platform. And all you need to do is just send a message 876-420-3368 via WhatsApp and say, Unstoppable, I have a story I would like to share. It's that simple. All right. Your story can touch somebody that needs to hear it. You never know who you are helping when you share your story. All right. So if you have a story that you want to share, reach out. Just send a WhatsApp message. All you have to do is say, I have a story I would like to share. And then we proceed from there. All right. Thanks to everybody who contributed to the program tonight via PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, whichever way that you contributed, it's appreciated. And also thanks to everybody who called me based on Monday night's story, wanting to help out the young man who came on Monday night. We got a few calls so far and a few messages. Thank you so much to everybody who reached out, you know, wanting to assist that young man from Monday night as well. Thanks to everybody who went over and got their merch from the Unstoppable merch store. Thank you so much. And I'm asking you on Facebook, if you're not signed up yet to become a supporter, click that button and click the become a supporter button and sign up to become a supporter over there on Facebook. All right. And YouTube as well, you can do the same. Sign up and become a member over here. I see we got one new member tonight, so big up to the person who signed up to become an Unstoppable official tonight. All right, we're at the end of the program once again. So once we reach the end of the program, Unstoppable officials, it is your time right now to start marching out. As long as you are a supporter, as long as you are a member, as long as you are an official, start marching out right now. I wonder how I go on with BI Strong Badge. Why me not say BI Strong Badge? How I go on? I want to go on with BI Strong Badge. Alright, so Facebook, if you're a supporter over there and you know what to do already, just march out using the flames. And YouTube, you know no have no custom emojis to march out with already. Dewey and Randolph is the first one to march out over there on Facebook, rocking him badge beside him name. And then we got Lorian Lala Unstoppable, aka Sylvia, rocking her supporter badge as well on Facebook. Then we got Fly Girl marching out as well, rocking her supporter badge on Facebook. Thank you so much for supporting the Unstoppable team over there on Facebook, everybody. And over here on YouTube, we got Lyra Lopez marching out, rocking her badge beside her name. Gary Logan is rocking her badge, rocking his badge. Lord God, Gary, no kill me. Gary Logan a march out and a rocking badge as well. Maximar is in the building, rocking a badge as well. Teresa Myers Loyalty is here. All right, then Negrita Unstoppable is rocking a badge as well. Hyacinth Unstoppable is here, rocking a badge as well. We got Kissy Unstoppable rocking her badge. Beverly Wallace is here, and she is a loyal supporter, rocking her badge as well. Trevor Grant in the building, big up yourself, Trevor, rocking a badge beside his name. We got none other than Sylvia Unstoppable over here as well, rocking her badge. And Violet Simpson is in the building, rocking her badge as well. Unstoppable family, we need to keep Mina Unstoppable in our prayers because she's not doing so well right now. She's going through a lot and we need to keep her in our prayers. Also, we need to keep Things Jamaica in our prayers as well. Things Jamaica is not doing so well. She's a bit ill, you know, so we need to keep Mina and Things Jamaica in our prayers. You know, they are loyal supporters of the Unstoppable family, so you know they would have been here if they could, every night them would have there. So from you say, you know, see Mina Unstoppable. Well, things Jamaica checked in earlier, but because she's not so good, you know, she's not in the comment section as much. Alright. Kanaika is here. Big up to Kanaika. Oh, so Mina there. Mina is here marching out as well. Candice Unstoppable is marching out, rocking her badge. And we got Aurora Unstoppable marching out, rocking her badge. See Sharon Woolery march out over there on Facebook supporting the Unstoppable Army. Big up yourself, Sharon. Alright. Once again, if you're not sign up to become a supporter over there on Facebook, sign up, please and thanks. It's appreciated. And YouTube, do the same. Sign up. It's appreciated. Until Friday night, family, please have a blessed night and stay safe. And I'll see you all for game night, Friday night.
See the music, 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 move your